You have them memorized, or you're a person that needs to use those resources that we provided you? Either way, it's fine for now. What is 3 times? Look for the hand. Talk to the hand, kids, because the ears aren't listening. No, it's good. Just wait. So 3 times 4. All right, what is it?
12.
Awesome job. Mr. L, the participation today compared to the participation yesterday is through the roof.
I just got here a minute ago and it's already better.
Getting the chili willies. Great
Man.
job. 5 times 4 is?
20.
Talk to the hand. 5 times 4 is? 20. Awesome job. So we can say that 3/5 is equal to 12/20ths using multiplication. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. Whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. And we learned that because of our gum yesterday. If the front row gets a piece of gum, the back row gets a piece of gum. Plain and simple. If the top number gets the times 4, if the bottom number gets the times 4.
Now, Mr. Adams, what happens if I don't know the multiplication?
Well, Mr. Lencher, we have 3 different locations. Well, 2.
Oh.
So inside your planner, page 5, there's a multiplication table. Eli Donaldson, thank
So
you.
you're telling me I should have no excuse?
Sorry, just stealing it.
Why don't you draw that up in the contract?
Yeah.
I have exclusive custody. In your planner, which you're supposed to bring to math every day, look at this girl. In your math workbook, if you're a person, or notebook I should say, if you're a person that likes it, right here, this way, there it is. If you're a person that prefers to have it this way, there it is. And I'm not positive, but I really thought there was a multiplication chart in your math workbook as well. There was last year, yeah.
Really? Yeah. Last year he was way back.
Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, it's in different places for sure. Okay. Hakuna Matata. Today we're going to switch gears a little bit. We're still driving to the same location of equivalent fraction land. We're just going to get there a little bit. Kendall, make sure you're looking up here, please. I think that's your name, right? Yeah. Yay, hooray for me. So, we're still going to the same destination of equivalent fraction land. We're just going to get there a little bit different today. We're going to use division. Now, if we think what multiplication is growing, getting larger, taking a quantity and making it bigger, what is division?
Making it small.
Yes, taking a quantity and making it smaller. Now, here's where the confusion is, or the tricky part of what we're going to do today. You can take any number and multiply it by 2, and you're going to get another number. It's really cool. You can't take every number and divide it by 2 and get a nice pretty number. Here's what I mean by that. If we take 3 6 and we're like, oh, perfect, we're going to divide it by 2. Well, the 6 will work really nice, won't it? I'm going to draw 2 plates up here, because really that's what we're doing when we're dividing. We're putting something into groups. Who'd like to come up and draw and divide or split up the 6 cookies onto those 2 plates? Who'd like to do that? Who wants to get on their feet? Get on your feet. Get up and make it happen. On Hale, come on up. Perfect. So all you have to do is put those 6 cookies on those 2 plates. But do it evenly. Because math is equal.
So I have to draw 6 cookies?
Yep.
Okay.
6 cookies total. I'm going to stop you for a second. That's really nice. Your plate gets 6 cookies. How many cookies are on my plate, though?
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it.
It's 9.
I get it. You get 0.
Help him out, Madison.
Yeah.
Go up there and give me some cookies, please. I have 0 cookies. On Hale took all of them on his plate.
Ow.
Oh, he's going to do it himself. He's going to share. By the way, I have the candid ability to make myself cry on demand. It's pretty fun. All right. Nice job.
That was cute. Funny.
How many cookies ended up on a plate? 3. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. That works. Perfect. Yay. This is going to work. No, it's not. Now, who else wants to come up? And now, this time we only have 3 cookies to split up between our 2 plates.
It's not gonna be even. No, it's not gonna be even. I know what this is about. You're eating tuna? What is it?
Roast beef. So,
It's roast beef from a crock pot.
so Abby did what Abby thought she should do. Put 2 on one plate, 1 on another plate. Something else that some people might have tried was basically taking 1.5. Here's the problem though. We can't have a fraction inside of a fraction.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We can't have a fraction inside of a fraction. So here's where we have to work or think a little bit harder, a little bit differently when we're talking about dividing to find equivalent fractions. So let's go back to our 3/6. Because we can find an equivalent fraction to 3/6 using division. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Open up either your planner to your multiplication chart, or open up your math notebook to your multiplication chart, or your
I want to do this one.
numbers, and look up and down in the columns. Columns go up and down. So if we look at Mr. Adamson's the buildings over here, in front of the White House, there are columns. Those things right there. The little white pillars that go up and down. Yep. Not that one.
What is it made out of? Paper? Yes.
Yes.
Paper.
Construction paper.
Yeah.
Or like cardstock. Anyway, so up and down. No, I'm not showing off. I'm saying get a hobby, right? Get a hobby. That's my hobby. I enjoy cutting paper. Anyway, so if you look on your multiplication chart, or if you look on your numbers, is there a column or is there a number that has both a 3 and a 6 in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brianna, can you open up your notebook, one or the other, please? Is there a column or one of our numbers that has a 3 and a 6 in it? What? What is it? What's the title of that column? 3. 3. It's the 3 column. If you look in the 3 column, it goes 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now there's a 6 in other columns, like 2, 4, 6, but I didn't have the 3. So I can't use the title of 2 because it's not going to help me with both. Remember what we talked about yesterday with the work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Whatever you do to one, you must do to the other. So, the 2 club's really cool for 6. 6 can get into the 2 club, can it? Can 3 get into the 2 club?
No.
No. So you have to have them go to the 3 club. Now, let's do this one mentally. We have 3 cookies and we have 3 plates. How many cookies are we going to get on a plate? Every hand in the house shall be raised. If you have 3 cookies and 3 plates, how many cookies are we going to put on each plate? Adonis. Yeah, we have 3 cookies, 3 plates. So here's our 3 plates.
One on each plate.
1 on each plate. Point, point, point. That's it. 1.
And guys, I know dividing seems like it's a hard concept, but literally it's like if you go to your friend's house and you say, hey, I got 3 friends and I got 3 cookies, so I gotta divide it by giving each of them. Okay, think about you guys at a friend's house or something. You guys are sharing equally, equally.
Sharing equally. That's what division is.
Just like what we talked about Martin Luther King. Do you think, okay, we're gonna do the top number by 3, or like we're not gonna share the same numbers 2? We're gonna do 2 here and 3. That's not fair. You want to give all your friends the same equally.
Yep. Okay. Now bonus. You found 3 more cookies. So now you have 6 cookies, but you still only have to use 3 plates. How many cookies are going to be on each of those plates now? 2. So we just created an equivalent fraction using division. We know that 3/6 is equal or equivalent to 1/2. Nice job.
And guys, these numbers on your thing, these things are huge. This is like almost like, this is a piece of cake if you use this right, okay? Because go finding that number and say, okay, I think 8 can go into both of these numbers. You should be able to find both of those numbers, like 3 and 6, on the 8, or whatever number it's, both can go into it.
Exactly. So I like to start with the bigger numbers, because whatever. So I start at 9. I don't see a 3 or 6. 8 doesn't have a 3 or 6. 7 doesn't have a 3 or 6. 6 has a 6, but not a 3. 5 doesn't have either. 4 doesn't have either. 3 and 6. There's my winner. Okay? It's kind of like, how many people have ever gotten, it's called Highlights. Highlights magazine. How many people, if you turn to like one of the back pages in Highlights, it's Find the Mystery Shapes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an I Spy game, right? That's what this is, really. We're playing I Spy. You have to spy, you have to figure out which number, which club, as I like to call it, which club is going to let both the numerator, the top number, and the denominator, the bottom number, in. That's your job. You need to find which club's going to work for both. So let me give you another one, and let's work through this one together. Okay, look at your clubs. Which club can the 4 and a 12 both get into? Whether you're using the numbers like this, or whether you're using the chart like this. Which one has the 4 and the 12 in the same column? I spy it. I spy with my little eye a 4 and a 12 in the same column, or I spy with my little eye a 4 and a 12 inside the same number. I want everyone to get a chance to do this one. So let's put our hands down for just a second. Please do not say 1.
No, like she meant 1 second.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's my lunch and I
From a crock pot.
was gonna work on it.
Why did it look for? It's just a
Number 4.
You go and do.
It's 4
Those are the B in there.
A dead one. I killed it.
I know.
and 8.
Now, come
not science world, it's math class right now. All right, here's your chance to get up and move around.
Oh, thank you.
What? Let me give you direction though.
Oh, the wiggle.
If you think, hold
Hey,
on.
shh, guys, pay attention. Come on.
If you think 4 and 12 can join the 2 club, when I say go, you're going to come up here. If you think they can join the 3 club, you're going to come to the middle of the board. If you think they can join the 4 club, you're going to come over here. If you think they can join the 5 club, 5 clubs over here. 6 will be back here. If you think they can be part of the 8 club, they're going to be back here on the wall. If you think they can join the 9 club, they're going to be over by the window. Which club can they go to? Go. Nope, you got to pick one.
You only can pick one. You can only pick one.
Pick one. I love what some of you are doing though. I love what some of you are doing.
You only can pick one.
You think we can join the 6 club? Okay.
4 and 12. Think about this too. Whatever number that you say can go into it, you can't have any leftovers. It's got to go equally into those 2 numbers. So count. Okay?
On the count of 3, I want you to hold up the number of fingers to represent what club you're in. So if you're in the 5 club, you should hold up 5. 1, 2, 3, show. Jonathan's in the 6. Got some people in the 2. Got some people in the 3. And some more people in the 4. You're in the 1 club?
We're in the middle.
Or you're in the, oh, sorry, I saw one finger there. Okay, so let's talk.
Yeah, so you're 3. You guys are 3 clubs.
So let's talk. The 2 club. Let me just sneak through. So you're saying we can divide 4 and 12 both by 2. I'd love to have fun learning. I don't like to have fun goofing around though right now. So if you have 4 cookies, 2 plates, how many cookies are we putting on a plate?
2.
2. Does that work so far? Yeah. You don't have any leftovers. If you have 12 cookies, 2 plates, how many on a plate?
2.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I use 6. If you said 2 is correct, you are correct.
Yes.
Good job. All right, let's go to the 3s. Right?
Okay.
Let's go to the 3s, because that was another one.
Okay.
That was another one that we said, some of us said
Pay
would
attention,
work.
guys. Come on.
4 cookies, 3 plates. You can't have any leftovers. You can't have any extra. Who can show me how we're going to put 4 cookies on those 3 plates? Without using, you can't use a cutter. You can't cut the cookies into pieces.
You can't have leftovers.
Yep.
If you have 3, it's got to go into it perfectly.
So anybody want to say they can do it? So if you were a 3 person, do you see why 3 would not be an option? Because I have cookie, 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 leftover. That won't work. Sorry. Let's try 4. 4 cookies, 4 plates. What, 4?
Try it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who wants to put the cookies on the plates? Go ahead. Just write C for cookie. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many cookies are on a plate? 1. Now, we still have 4 plates, because that's what this number is saying. Who wants to put the 12 cookies on the plates? Go ahead. Please see it. Cookie, cookie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, hold on. You're at 11, and so far we have 3, 3, 3, 2. So what do you need to do? You have 1 cookie left. Where should you put it?
Yeah.
Perfect. How many cookies are on a plate?
Equal. Good.
3. 3, right? So, go ahead, sit back down. Thank you for participating. Oh, Adonis, did you change your mind on 6? Good. You're a 2, right, Paul?
You guys got them both right then.
So we could say that 4 twelfths is equal to 2 sixths is equal to 1 third. Those are all what we call equivalent fractions. Okay?
You look at them once again. You look. How can those be equivalent? Okay. You divide them. You can totally see that they are equal to each
I'm
other.
going to show you something neat. On the top, I'm going to show you how we did it with division. 4 divided by 2 gave us 2. 2 divided by 2 gave us 1. Let's look at it for multiplication though. 3 times 2 gives us 6. 6 times 2 gives us 12. Whoa, 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 whoa. So if you notice, depending on which direction you're going, if you're going from big to small, look, we're dividing by 2 every time. 4 cookies, 2 plates, 2. 2 cookies, 2 plates, 1. If we go from small to big, 3 kids, each has 2 cookies. There's 6 cookies in all. 6 kids, each has 2 cookies. There's 12 cookies in all. Okay?
And now, guys, when you say 1/2, what do you call this? What do you call this?
A half.
A half, exactly. So, say there's 6 of you, you girls up front, and I say you 3 out of the rest of you girls. How many girls did I pick? I picked you 3 over here. How many girls did I pick? 3, which is how?
3.5.
Which is a half, right? So do you see, that would really be 3/6, but you see, I only picked half of you girls here, right? So do you see how similar those are, but they look totally different, okay? So it's really important that we look and make sure we work through that and say, okay, I know they look different, but let me check.
I love that. If you have glasses on, come stand over here. If you are a girl, too many, boy. If you're a boy, come stand over here.
I'm not right.
You're a boy.
You're right, I am.
Yeah. Baby boy. Give me one.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So everyone but Brianna and Kendra, come on up and join the boys now. Come on up and join the boys. Okay? If the glasses group is the numerator, and this group over here is the denominator, how many glasses do we have?
6.
How many?
Oh, it's everything's blurry. Okay.
The number is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6. How many people are not in glasses over in here, not including me?
12.
12. So what could we say about this?
You can divide it into 6 so you have 3 groups. Oh my gosh, Mason. What? That's it.
Say that again. Because you could very well be right. I just lost you.
You can divide 3 groups into 6.
Okay.
Or you can divide 6 groups into 3. Or what
Okay.
I meant.
I was going towards 1 half.
Because, okay,
Oh.
out of 6 kids out of our class have glasses or wear glasses, okay? The other 12, they don't. So half of the class wears glasses.
So 6/12 is an equal fraction to half. Okay? Sorry. Thought I'd get you guys up and moving. All right, go ahead and sit back down. I'm gonna give you one more.
Hey, quietly sit
Where
down.
are you?
Perfect. So, as many of you know, one of my hobbies is officiating football games, and I just want to talk about that football officiating thing first. And it's always interesting to see when a team gets done running the play, they have to get ready to run the next play. A good team does a great job at that. They're on offense. Their running back runs the ball. He gets tackled. They go right back to their huddle. They get the play, and they're right back at the line of scrimmage. Those teams that are like that do a really good job with what we call transitions, or the in-between time, they're the winners. The teams that I see losing games are the teams that don't know how to go from one play to the next smoothly. Guys are out of position. They don't have the right number of players on the field. Some of them are maybe talking while the quarterback's giving the play. Some of you are members of that first team right now. You said, okay, Mr. Adamson, we just got done with this activity. We're going to go back to our desk and we're going to get ready to learn our next activity. Some of us were a little bit like that second team, though, weren't we? We got done with this activity. We went back to on our way back to our desk. We were chit-chatting. We were maybe goofing around. So let's focus on having what we call smooth transitions, or good transitions. Going from one thing to another without the side chatter. Okay? Perfect. We're just going to talk about this for just a few more moments because I want to get your homework out to you, your schoolwork, that might become homework. That way, if you have any questions, Mr. Lencher and I are here to help you.
And guys, think about it too. The more time, you're going to get some class time to work on it, and it, like the Mr. Adamson and the other 5th grade teacher says, they don't give homework. You give yourself homework. It's if we are not working hard during class.
So 3 nights. Which club, which number can 3 and 9 both work into? Check your chart. I'm not expecting you to know this from memory. I'm not expecting you to know this from memory. I'm saying
Check it.
use your tools.
Not that chart.
Check it.
That would work. That chart would work.
Why not? Why not? Go through the numbers. See if what ones you see.
I can look on the 9. I look on my 9.
Yeah,
I
I
see
would
a
look on
9, but
Oh, Mr. Adamson, nope. I'm looking on the 9s. I see a 9, but there's no 3. So that can't work. Okay? These things, honestly, this is such a good tool that I wish I had this when I was in your guys' age. Because this will exactly help you. Okay, so get that out here.
Kieran, if you're using your multiplication chart, that's fine too. If you see a 3 and a 9 in the same column, that's the club. They can go there. Kendra, what club can they go to? Do you have anything open that's going to help you get there? You got to help yourselves, some of you. Right? We're telling you this is how to be successful. Money back guarantee. You got to take advantage of it, please. Help yourself. Caitlin, what club can they go to? To the 2 club? That's okay. So if you look on your 2 or you look in the 2 column, do you see a 3 and a 9?
Wait,
No. So what's your... The 3. If I look in the 3 column, so it's the 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to do this kind of quick and hopefully kind of neat. All right, so they're nice and bold. The one's on top, so I'll write in different colors. So the 2 column goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Can't go there. Neither one's allowed in. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So, 3 and 9 can't go in there. 3 and 9 can go into there. Into the 3. Now, I'm going to show you a way to move from cookies and plates to using your chart some more. How many steps, how low do I have to go in my 3 column? Don't count these. These are like, that's like the title of the club. How many steps in the 3 club do I have to go down to get to my 3? How many steps do I have to take to get down? One step.
Bingo.
How many steps do I have to go down to get to my 9? Doot, doot, doot. 3.
Ha! Do you see how easy that is, guys? You know, it's still working on your the way that you do your math, but these are tools that can help you. You know, so there shouldn't be any excuse. Well, Mr. Adamson, I haven't learned my 4s yet for division, man.
Right.
You know, which we hope you do know your facts, like we really do. But this is here to help you because we know that sometimes we can get confused.
How many of you know this random fact? Mr. Lencher, one of his hobbies is woodworking. He loves making stuff out of wood. What is he going to have? He's going to have a toolbox, isn't he? And inside of his toolbox, he's going to have rulers, a saw, sandpaper. He's going to have tools to help him do his job, his work, his hobby. With my hobby, I need to have, obviously, paper. I need to have an X-Acto knife because I have to cut out those really small pieces. I need to have a board that I can cut it onto. Otherwise, my wife is going to kick my keister if I carve up our kitchen table, right? I have to have tools. Mr. Lencher in his woodworking, he has to have tools. You're a math student. You need to have tools. And just because Mr. Lencher has those tools, he actually has to use them to be successful. Could you imagine if I said, hey, Mr. Lencher, I really want to surprise my wife. Here's $100. Can you make her this really nice kitchen chair? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he goes home to his wood shop, and he doesn't get out a ruler. And he makes the chair, and he brings it, and he's so proud. Look it looks great. And he sets it down, and it doesn't even stand up straight. It's all wobbly. My wife sits in it, she falls over, and she hits her head on the floor. He had the tools, but he didn't use the tools. So to be successful, he needs to not only have the tools, but also use them. Guess what? We gave you the tools. You have them. You now have to use them.
And there's nothing wrong with that, guys.
No.
You know, see, I still need to have a knowledge of how to do woodworking, of what the steps are and the different process. But that comes in. I need to know how to use those tools, though, like Mr. Adamson said.
By the way, I will challenge you. And actually, a student challenged me 7 years ago when I was a 4th grade teacher at Waters Elementary School. I taught a strategy for solving multiplication problems. And I kind of talked it down a little bit. I said, you know, I'd really like to see you do it my way. And this girl, she got really good at solving it this other way I had shown her. And she goes, hey, Mr. Adamson, I'm going to challenge you. And we created a problem. It was like 7 digits times 4 digits. And she said, I bet I can do it my way faster than you can do it your way. I was like, wow, that's really brave that a student's challenging a teacher. Game on. Guess what? She beat me. So, and this was a strategy that some parents said, well, that takes forever. That's not a fast way. I'm going to tell you right now, if you can use your charts, your tools, effectively, that means you know how to use them, and efficiently, you can do it kind of quick, you're going to be fast at it.
Now, Mr. Adamson, if I go home and I have homework tonight, do you think it'd be a good idea for me to bring some of my tools home?
I would certainly hope so.
Man, cause that's one of the things I can't stand the most is I forgot this.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, you end up forgetting your math notebook or something with all this stuff. Have your mom or dad search multiplication tables on the internet. Thousands will show up. Okay?
Well, and I sorry to interrupt. I know
No.
with my homeroom class, one of the first days I showed them my bag of officiating gear, and I know with
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
students who aren't in my
Yeah.
homeroom this year but were last year, I showed them my officiating bag, where I put all of my, I've got my whistle, I've got my flags, I've got my pants, I've got my shoes, my coin. I'll be back with year 4. And remember, when I show up tonight at Sheboygan High School, Sheboygan North High School, I need to be prepared. Otherwise, I don't get to do my job.